You know, I'm really glad that Hockey Twitter spent all day debating about whether or not we should reformat the World Juniors so that teams like Slovakia don't get blown out all the time. Yeah, really useful use of time right there. Canada beats Slovakia 3-1 in what was actually a very close game that, well, Canada was in control for most of it, could have gone the other way with a couple of lucky bounces. The parallels between this year and 2019 are starting to get kind of scary close. Big blowout game 1, game 2 against an opponent that you should beat pretty easily, going in, scoring 3 goals and having a very tight game that should not have been anywhere near that tight. Hats off to Slovakia though. They started off slow but then played a fantastic last 50 minutes. First the Switzerland game where they won 1-0, and in this game against Canada, this Slovakian team defensively especially has really impressed me to start out this tournament. They just need to be able to find a few more goals, and they are an actual contender for a medal this time around. So 3-1 game. First period starts off, the first 10 minutes, it's all Canada. The shots at the end of 10 minutes are 9-1. 4 minutes in, a little bit of a scramble out front. Puck pops out into the slot. Jordan Spence into the lineup for this game because Braden Schneider is out suspended for the hit check to the head he committed last game. Jordan Spence charging in from the blue line, smacks it home, puts Canada up 1-0, and 4 minutes in, Canada's just completely dominating, and it looks like it's going to be another blowout. And it continues to look like that for the next 4 or 5 minutes as Canada racks up the shots, gets the shots up to be 9-1 10 minutes in, and then it stops. The shots stay at 9 shots for Canada for the remainder of the first period and for the first half of the second period, while the Slovakians slowly tick the shot counter back up. And while the Slovaks were not dominating this stretch of the game by any means, they were doing a fantastic job of shutting the Canadians down. The Canadians couldn't get anything going. The Slovaks getting some shots during this time, getting some pucks on net. Honestly, a fantastic clinical shutdown effort by the Slovaks in the last 10 minutes of the first and the first 10 minutes of the second. And even in the second period, once Canada starts getting shots again, it's still just a fantastic game by the Slovaks. It's a fantastic shutdown. Canada's not getting any real high danger chances. There are some chances for Canada, but not very many, and they just cannot seem to score. They cannot seem to create anything of value. And the Slovaks are able to hold on, only down a goal until just over 4 minutes left in the third period when Jaraj Slavkovsky is trying to skate into the Canadian zone. Dylan Cousins with a fantastic pick off of him sends Philip Tomasino in on a breakaway, and Philip Tomasino roofs it over the goalie, puts Canada up 2-0 in what became the game winner. Honestly, Dylan Cousins, a fantastic defensive play to strip the puck. Slavkovsky for the Slovaks, he is a very interesting player. 16 years old, already 6'4" and 218 pounds. The kid is huge. He's got a lot of skill. He was showcasing that very well in the game against Switzerland. He is a quality talent, and I'm very interested to see how he progresses in his career and where he's going to end up in the 2022 NHL draft. Yeah, I know we're already looking at the 2022 draft. He is going to go very highly in there. He's already huge. He's got a bunch of skill to back it up. He's a very good player, and this was a really unfortunate play for him, and honestly was a bit of the youthfulness showing, getting stripped that easily by Dylan Cousins that late into a game where they were only down a goal. It did end up costing them, but he is a tremendous talent, and it's going to be very interesting to see where he goes in the future. 2 minutes left in the game. Slovakia on the power play, they pull their goalie Martin Kromiak with a great snipe to bring them within 1, but it's a little too late, as with under 30 seconds left, Jack Quinn gets a breakaway for Canada, empty net, easily tucks it home, puts Canada up 3-1. That seals the deal. Now, this game for Canada from a results perspective and a standings perspective is they got the job done. They got the win against Slovakia, which was expected. The issues are, it was not a very promising performance. Almost 20 minutes without a shot at one point, and now all 3 goals that Canada have allowed this tournament have been on the penalty kill. That's a bit of a red flag. They let Slovakia hang around the entire game and be a bounce away from tying it up. If they didn't get that goal with 4 minutes left, Slovakia probably would have scored, and sent it to overtime at 1-1. Honestly, not a very promising performance all around for Canada and for showing how they're going to fare going forward against higher quality teams in this tournament like Finland, like Russia, like the US, like Sweden. And again, it's like I said yesterday, 16-2 against Germany is great, but that is not at all an indicator about how you're going to do in this tournament. Germany was a tired team. Germany was a short-handed team. Today, you're going up against a team that wasn't short-handed, against a team that had a day off of rest, and they played well above their head against you and kept themselves in a game where, on paper, you should have completely mopped the floor. So the end result is the job was done, but the game itself shows that there are some issues that need to get sorted out, and shows that Canada right now is very vulnerable to a higher skilled team that can actually make the most of chances and put the puck into the net. You can get away with going almost 20 minutes without a shot against Slovakia. You're not going to get away with that against Finland. Good news for Canada, though, is they get a day off tomorrow, and then on Tuesday they get one more matchup before the big group match against Finland, where now they play a slightly easier Switzerland team. Switzerland did lose to Slovakia 2 days ago, but that was a very tight 0-0 game. This game against Switzerland is probably about the same level of team as the Slovakian team was. How Canada plays that game is going to be very important. That game's going to show us if this one game's performance was a fluke with their inability to score, or if this team can actually run into problems against teams that play very tightly, very well defensively. Switzerland is well known for being a very strong defensive team in this tournament. They don't score a lot, but they can defend. So it's going to be very interesting to see how Canada goes about breaking that Swiss defense down. But to start things off, 2 games into the group stage, 2 wins for Canada. That pretty much guarantees a spot in the quarterfinals, which, I mean, that was almost a given going into the tournament, but glad to see that we've gotten the expected result out of both of the first 2 games. And it's going to be interesting to see how they look at what happened this game and see how they address the offensive issues that popped up in this game going forward. So that does it for this video. As always, if you'd like to hit like, if you want to see more of my stuff, hit subscribe. Follow me on Twitter, link is down below in the description, and I will see you next time.